Hey guys, welcome. This is Armando with Lessons on the Run. As you can see, I've already showered and I'm past my run. In fact, my run was actually really early this morning on the track and it was still dark. I had to rush home and get back so that my wife can head out to work. So I was back here I think before 6:55 and had a great track session. But I was talking to my client Adam, and we were just kind of discussing the workout today. Today's workout was designed to really push the body and make yourself uncomfortable. In other words, if you've ever been running, you're always gonna have. If you ever push yourself, you're gonna find that point in which your body feels like it's grinding, and you're just, that point of pain where you say, "Oh, that's it, that's it, that's it." And if you've ever taken it one step further and then made a shift from there, sometimes you actually surprise yourself and you don't even know this, but when you made that shift, your body feels a little bit more comfortable, which is counterintuitive. If you're already in pain, if you're tired, for you to speed up, how does that make any sense? And it got me really thinking about how that relates to life. And you're training for running. I heard something along the lines of, if you prepare your life for the worst, or you train for the worst, then your life or your racing will be much easier. And if you do the opposite, if you prepare for a bed of roses, prepare to live a life that's a little bit harder. And it goes to show is stepping up your game, your mental fortitude, your physical fortitude, so that everything else comes easier. If you've seen the extreme, if you've seen the top, what ends up happening is that anything else is easier. And that got me thinking and saying, how often do we do that in life? In our training, in our running, do you train to be uncomfortable? One of the things I was telling him is that a race is not enjoyable. If you are racing hard, you are racing to be in pain. If you are not in pain, if you are not uncomfortable throughout the entire race, you haven't gone hard enough. And some people may or may not agree. I really believe that racing is testing your limits, and that's why I don't do it every weekend. Testing your limits takes a lot of mental preparation, a lot of mental. It drains you mentally as well as physically. So, I reserve racing for certain peak times throughout the year, and I think it's very important for you to really understand that when you're racing, you are going to push yourself to the limit. When that is your race, you want to push yourself and beyond. You're trying to explore what your body is capable of, and oftentimes what your body is capable of is only limited by what your mind is saying. And so what I encourage you to do is train for that worst situation. One of the things we were doing today, we would do repetitions of 400s, but before that we would incorporate 20 squats. So what does that do to your legs? Completely destroys it. Now you got to go and hit pace. It started mimicking by the third, fourth one what it feels like to actually be in a race situation. You feel like your legs aren't going. You feel that you're hurting, but you got to keep going. And that's the goal of this. In life, what are you doing to get uncomfortable, get out of that comfort zone, test that limit so you can actually see your true potential. That's it for today's lesson on the run. Hopefully it didn't go too long, but have an amazing day. Make it a great day and test your limits.